Hello, beloveds out there. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is doing well, no matter what time of day or week or month you're watching this. We are back for part 15 of Final Fantasy 16. And we are getting close to the end. Not there yet, but we are getting close. We're at a very interesting turning point in the game. A very interesting turning point. So I'm excited to play. I'm excited. I am surprisingly not feeling tired. Tuesday is usually my tired day after work, but I think I can survive today. I think I'm gonna survive. I had to work on Saturday, so I did not stream on Sunday. If anyone was wondering. So, I'm excited to be back after 4 days. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 days. So, without further ado, let's just get into the game, shall we? Because I'm really excited about this part. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. My setup gets, like, all jacked up every single time. Every time I, get my gear all together. Okay, that was close. Everything almost fell. That's better. It's more comfortable. I think we're good. It's everything's hanging by a thread, literally, because I don't have a regular stream setup. But it's fine. Okay, let's get it started, as the Black Eyed Peas said. Okay, dokes. The current chapter is... Oh, we have no sound. There we go. The current chapter is a song of hope. A song of hope. So, let's see. The Enterprise is but a final piece from completion. Unfortunately, not even Mid knows what that piece might be, though she hazards her father did. Clive returns to the hideaway to trace the footsteps of a friend. So basically what has happened thus far is we got to Canver to save our friends and our uncle. And when we got there, it was under siege by the Waluders, aka Barnabas Tharm. And when we arrived, we collided with his right hand. I don't even know if I should call him a right hand man. Right hand goon. No, not even that. I don't know really what he is, but he's not normal. Sleipnir is his name. Anyway, we collided with him, we confronted him, and then we were going to fight Barnabas. But it did not go well. However, he let us live because he is totally brainwashed in being Ultima's little puppet, so he wants to basically do Ultima's bidding and sever his consciousness. so that mythos becomes, I don't know, some kind of vessel for remaking the world or something. Anyway, Jill stalled him while we got away with very grave injuries. But now Jill is nowhere to be found. But she's alive. They can sense her icon's essence. Hello, Trey. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah. So, Jillian is somewhere, most likely on the Einherjar, which is the ship, Barnabas' ship. But we need our ship to be put together so we can go after his ship. So that is what we are doing. Do we have hella side quests, is the question. Or are we just moving ahead? We have hella side quests. Okay. Let's walk around a little bit. Oops. Every time I gotta adjust the brightness. Something is... I'm getting a lot of resistance with this wire. I have no idea why. Usually it's looser than it is. That's okay. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's not the worst. I can always just switch this around. Slightly better. A lot of craziness going on in politicals. Kamala Smart, she picked the wisest VP she could find. She did. It's definitely a smart Democratic move, I would say. Because if they win the Midwest, they win the election. And he's the key. Oops. Okay. But it's always fun to see how the internet reacts, and everyone's going crazy. Just like they did for Kamala. And I kind of missed it. Politics was like bleak for a while, and now it's like fun again a little bit. On the internet, that is. Runeblade. Yeah, a lot of polls are... I obviously have to be limited in like what I say, because I am a public figure, even though I'm in this small little corner of the internet right now. But the polls say a lot of Kamala edging Trump, just because things changed whenever Joe Biden dropped out. But you never really know. You can't rely on polls all the time. It's going to depend on who shows up in November. And that will be really telling.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, right?
How stock market FX3s? Yeah. A new game is going to have to be played going forward. From both sides. The race is entirely different now.
Anything else?
Okay, I like this sword. Okay, and let's visit Lady Karen.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Oh, nothing with Karen. She's not selling anything at the moment, I guess. That's fine. Okay, let's go take care of some quests. I wonder if any of them are through.
Army of Akashic. What will happen to
How are we supposed to
Yeah.
do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full?
How are you doing? Here you go.
Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. To Sambrak.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse
Oh.
in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Are things moving forward here? Elon got Right Wing America ready to take down Google. Yeah.
What you have to do.
Yeah. There's lots of external players.
I fear that I
In
must
this election
bid you
too.
farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
Yes.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Great Griga.
To Gotan's Bales then, and
Where is that? Out here. I'm just gonna do that. How are we just running through these? Whoa. Whoa.
everyone. Quinton has asked that you come with me.
Oh, it's purple
He
again.
can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
Elaborate.
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster! They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die!
We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Okay, oh, that's far. That's far as hell. But not if I go right here. What's that thing? What is that thing? No, thank you. Ooh, and Fallen? I literally don't have time. I don't have time.
Over here! This
Oops.
Over here! This one. Get him! Stick him!
Where the heck am I going?
This one.
Are we alive?
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me I'm too late.
I mean, it was really far. Oh dear. All the bears.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
Damn. Oh. Well, we were gonna meet one anyway.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin,
That's a
I'll
cat.
hold it off. You go.
It's a big cat, actually.
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Oh, lightning versus lightning.
This one. Over here! This one.
Oh, wait. I forgot I had that. Whoops. I mean, it did what it had to do, though. Thought I had Scarlet Cyclones still. Ooh. Coel Whisker.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
Well, did he kill his man?
Is it over?
It is. He wept.
Oh,
begged for
God.
mercy.
Look at all that blood.
And I cut him from ear to ear,
Oh.
just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost, so that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quinton! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
Uh-oh. Not good.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Wait,
Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick.
I'm trying. New enemies approach. So much for making it quick. Works well on a group. Not always an individual enemy. Gosh, this is bad.
Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here.
I don't know. He seems like he just wanted to die. Is that what happens to him? I forgot. Whoa. Yes. Let's find out soon.
to get back to Quentin.
Yeah, it's over for him.
Quentin.
I fear.
Quentin, look at me. Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned.
Oh,
I'm going to get you out of
maybe
here.
he's okay. We'll see. Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember. There's still other bears.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The
Lost.
flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't. So
Well,
long
some
as you
of them.
remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing, right here in the Bales.
There's
fresh
like 6
start.
of them. But
One life ends,
never say never.
and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
For great justice. 2. Okay, a new keepsake for Clive's Chambers. Here I said I wasn't tired.
They are right, you know.
It's creeping up on
Lostwing
me now.
can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
Nice. Poetic. Beautiful. Goodbye. Okie dokes. Tomorrow's rest.
Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
Remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just isn't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry.
Flip
Nasty
pads.
bastards they are too.
We
I've
got
lost some
it.
good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Let's.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan. Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall
It's not
summon my
new
men at
to
once.
us.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there, and may victory await our coming.
Okay, I think I can just spawn at the obelisk. Yes. Bandits, we are under siege.
Just walk in here, kill him.
Wait,
Eastpool now.
where are
Or
you?
face the consequences.
Where's the healer? I don't even know. Damn it.
Too slow.
I missed it. You. And the other is over here. A little something for you.
That's the end of that then.
Oh,
Or maybe not.
so random.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. This one.
Okay, that said something.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo! A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was
Flan?
the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Sometime later.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight.
Are the homes
Now to
empty,
begin
or
the
do they
important
still
work
have
of
the
rebuilding
belongings
place.
of
It won't be easy.
the people who were there
Especially not
before?
after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might
Probably
still be
not.
sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell
Oops.
Martha the good news.
Jump the gun.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. What's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say
Nice.
Well, something
Same.
along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
that? Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Rekindling the flame. We have leveled up. Okay. We got some more things. Or maybe just one. And Bocklad. Who's in Bocklad?
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did
God.
a wave of chaos and confusion. Grandilar has been
not
particularly badly affected.
doing what needs to.
Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once
more
more.
realty.
And We believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Sure.
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I think I know
I'm
what
sure you won't
you're talking
need it.
about. Jill's not with us. Oh dear.
Over here! Go to him! Get him! There's a way down. I'm just gonna find it. Oh, wait. I remember something. I think. No, I mean, I thought it was those. But never mind. Oh, hello.
All right then. Let's get this over with.
It's underneath, so I don't know. Let me try something else.
Do you have any fresh water? The well's been all but dry since the place changed.
Barely a drop left for myself.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
Get him!
No, not that way. I'm gonna run past all of you. I care not.
Attack! This one. Rotor! Sickle! Get him! Over here! Attack! Get him! This one. Rotor!
I don't know. That's not it. I have a feeling it's this way. It's probably. I have not gone these areas, but. Wait, Kazjalok. Is that on the map? Well, it's obviously right here, but. No.
Oops, I missed. What? Whoa, that woke me up. That was a very unique sound.
This one. This one. Get him. Stay down.
Enough of you, are there?
Get him. It's over.
I wasn't doing that.
Over here. Go for it.
Okay, so the closest we've gotten, so I think this is the way.
Over here. Go for it. This one. Get him.
Excuse me. Hmm. No, thank you. Okay, this is what I thought. I knew it was this way. I just forgot where this was.
Too slow. Get him. Go for it. This one. Go for it. Over here. It's over.
This must have been a
Whoa.
nice place once. And it will be again.
This one. Attack. Sick up. Go for it. This one. Sick up.
sloppy with it.
You're finished. Go for it. Get him. Go for it.
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad.
Well, did I do it? I don't know, fine. I gotta get up and walk around.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do. But thank you, all the same.
He be out in the streets. But which streets, you will never know.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
These scenes are so long. Like, I am about to doze off. We have music playing. Okay, I'm gonna BRB because I need to walk around and like refresh because I spoke too soon about not being tired. The drowsiness set in as soon as I sat still. But I'm gonna get maybe a little snack and walk around a bit, and I'll be back. Okay. Good news. I achieved my stand goal for the day on my iWatch. On my watch, my Apple Watch. Okay. I think I'm feeling a little better. So we go speak with Otto. Oh, let's save really quick. The attributes to learn. Ooh. Do this one. Let's do that one. Oh, and then save. And then save.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our
Let's
duty
get our
when the hills
rewards.
are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
A long story that he is telling now.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Oh, can I go this way? Or not here? Shortcut.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then... Do you think Mid's ship will have a sail?
Search Mid's dungeon.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. Mitchell already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here.
Well, we're in here.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. inside it.
Midadol, I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus daughter dearest. Now it sleeps there in the first. I'm gonna have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be?
Whatever she first invented.
Perhaps Otter might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together?
The orchestrion.
It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Well, that's why it's the hideaway. Oh, that's cool. She invented the thing that makes music. At 12 or 11. Sheesh.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't.
Ooh.
See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Inspect orchestrion.
There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Ooh.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
What does that do, Hickey?
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
But if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
We'll do our best.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Real. Oh, not more side quests. I swear, I don't. Time, I think they're just here, though. Yep. Let's see what else they would have us do.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others? They'll be fine as their cities.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Blacksmith Blues 3. Let's see what he's up to.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. You got better things to do with your time.
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Sultan.
Very
Oh,
well.
he's competitive.
Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
And just this once, make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell.
Dravozd.
Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
See you there. Meantime,
If it's knowledge you seek,
let's collect more.
to guide you in your search.
She can't kick this up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Oh, right. She's gonna have us get some kind of like a painkiller.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you.
Or
And if
like
what
a
he says is
morphine,
true, then so am I.
actually.
We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwan. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure
How does
the other
one do
ingredients
that?
are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Okay, and I think there's one more thing. Yeah. We're never going here.
It says here that
I've been here once.
if Amber and the Lazarus are gone,
Then everyone in Port is
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Middledole?
You can start by paying
Sid! Heard you were in Canva fetching young Mid.
We're working on it.
He's a surly soaker who cares less for us than the irony hammers.
The realm's crops are all being harvested early before they run.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria.
Oh,
Why,
we're familiar.
a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Oh. Okay. We'll take care of it. Oh, let's see. Actually, I'll go take care. There's lawn mowing happening. Let's take care of these others.
The free cities
Ambrosia.
Yay, I don't have to stop.
Get this over with.
Straight home now. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do,
Oh.
you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Good day. May we meet again. I have some things for sale. Go safely now.
Should be enough to last us a few moons, at least.
I'm looking around for treasure. I don't know if there's any. From what I can see. Oh, I stand corrected.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
Oh.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Oh.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless. We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Sheesh.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him.
Shut
yes.
your hole. Oh god. Comedic timing
Well,
there.
at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution.
There's no flint.
Spent years
and...
coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without his furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
What?
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favor and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Grava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Time to hunt. Slay a desert salamander. Well, it's a beautiful view of Drake's Fang from here if it was still there. Ooh, all kinds of beasties out here. That is it there.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Oh dear, I'm on fire. Not in a good way. It's the one.
I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about then?
Dunno. Some kind of...
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Got a furnace.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravosht is saved.
Sorry about earlier. Take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel.
You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
I wonder how much time sometime later is.
Head cold cinders.
Because I feel like that
After you left, I spent years
takes
trying to
maybe
eke
a
the most
day
out of our forges.
to build.
That there is my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Ooh.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's gonna be at it a while yet though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
Alright. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Pit coal cinder.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome.
The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the Cursebreakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes. But I'm
I don't
grateful
either.
all the same.
Oh, because he makes good weapons.
Where was
and
I?
armor.
Oh yeah. About to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Ooh, Ouroboros recipes unlocked.
What do I owe the honor?
Let's see.
What do you want? Yeah, that should do you.
Oops, I was pressing the wrong one. There we go.
Not my best work, but it'll do.
And,
yeah, that should do you.
I need some special materials for that I don't have.
Anything else?
Let's check our missives. Starting over. Clive, I cannot begin to thank you for all you have done for Lost Wings. So, in lieu of any awkward remerciements, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Quentin. Oh, he just criticized our taste in wine.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Those tomes wouldn't happen to have letters in them, would
Some
they?
dropping frames. Ever so slightly. Oh! Is that my nap alarm? Yes, but I didn't take a nap, so it's ringing. Pause. All right. We're going to the hunt board.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others?
Ask about mobile sightings. Here we are. Carrot. Oh boy. If you should come across a red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely. An exotic species of morble that uses a modified carrot-like vine as a lure to draw its prey close before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. Oh my God. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage. That sucks. The Whispering Waters in Rosaria is where we would find such a beast.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Okay. Oh, that's where the Tears of Mercy are found. Okay, I can always find that first. That's fine.
This one. This one. Go for it.
There it is.
Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Oh, yeah, they're quite big.
This one. Get him. Nice try. Get him.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Spider Eye.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
Is that the Did he train her or something? I think that's who that is, but I'm not sure.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor.
Yeah.
Back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. To treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true Physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Okay, now the Morble. That's a different one. There's 3 reeds. Whispering Waters. I see you. Oops, I passed it up. That doesn't look like a carrot. Maybe a moldy one.
Couldn't have been just any normal, could it?
No.
Right then.
It's a carrot. it didn't work. Whoa. Go with that. We're living. Ooh. Sorry for the lawnmower. I don't know if you heard or not, but
That was definitely anything but
if it
ordinary.
can be, my bad.
Let's get this vine back to the yard.
Like, sir, it is going to rain.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
What do you think is in our satchel?
Yeah. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality.
Ew.
If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... when I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
Ooh. Well, that vitality came in handy.
It's just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Well, thank you. Please, sir, can I have some marble? Consumable potency maximized. Oh yeah. You have obtained a vial of invigorated Morganbeard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while strength, stone skin, and Lionheart tonics last even longer. Great. Okay, now we can head the heck out of here, I believe. Oh, wait, tomes. Wait, what is this now? Do we not wrap up the Tears of Mercy mission? I'm confused.
Sid! Heard you were in Canva fetching young Med.
I were.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like Miss Midadol?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Clive, I wanted to give you something for the kindness you showed my mentor.
What's this?
A chest of all the medicines you're ever
Oh.
likely to need. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary, I thought you might as well take a part of the infirmary with you.
I'm sure it will be very helpful indeed. And Taya, try not to work too hard.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick study, but he's got a long way to go yet. I'll take that particular piece of advice when you heed it yourself, thank you very much. Besides, who else is going to see that your brother takes his medicine?
Oh, indeed.
Medicine chest. We got lots of things. Oh, it's displayed in Clive's chamber. It's not like literally something we use. I'll take it. More stuff for the wall. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Let's try that. Oops. Oh, can I not use? Well, that sucks. Never mind. Then you have to change the thing entirely. Well, why didn't I do that then? Alright, we press on to the ironworks. Established within a natural sea cavern situated near the outskirts of Old Canva, the ironwork serves as a discreet berth for its greatest creation.
Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aine is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharn?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light!
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me?
Oh boy.
Here they come.
We just have to survive until the ship's ready, right?
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rusty. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Oh, sweet.
How are we doing, Mid?
That took him out.
I thought you said that ship was fast.
Oh, they're level 29. No wonder. Losers.
I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers. Come on, then. Which of you not fancy?
Don't let the comfort you can. We don't prepare you now. Stand your back going first.
Well, come on in. Well, come on in.
This one. Get him.
Oop, this freaking pole. I remember now. I love that ability. I got it confused with that other one that's like a mini version of it. Which isn't bad either, but That's Judgment Bolt is the real bad boy. Ooh, I forgot how much I love the sound of that one. What was that ability even saying? Oh, we got hit. Oh, well, thank you, Joshua. He's healing me. I was like, what did he just cast on me?
That was easy enough.
All right,
Was that it?
lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
I feel like there's more. Julia, to you. Thank you for following. Thank you.
Clive.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit. He's not human.
Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
All of them.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
No. Never.
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Those are my hands. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Oh, look at everything coming together.
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through in every veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
This
How long are we meant to keep this off?
as long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Any more? Of course. Oh, they're just respawning. That's annoying.
Should we make for the ship? Not yet. Wait for my signal.
Something very similar to this happened in Kingdom Hearts 2. A very similar type of mission, if you will.
In your own time, Clive!
Uh,
Right, run for it!
Whoa. I feel like those things could have done better. But we're glad they didn't. There's no way. There's no way that should have happened, but we're glad it did. We escaped.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
How'd she even hear him from back there? Out in the ocean. The Naldia Narrow. The Iron Hrar. Or whatever. Oh, Jillian. I wish we could have played as her. On some level.
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
It never goes well when the lady of the hero is used as
Treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
as leverage.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back.
We love Uncle Byron. And his comedic relief.
Do keep up, my boy.
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
I would hate to do that.
we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
we would never hear the end of it.
Good night. Good morning. Oh, that's Prince Dion. Bro, how did you even...
Greek of mercy. All this.
Oh.
What have I done?
Well, it wasn't you entirely.
My lord.
If you stayed behind, we could have gotten him all caught up. Oh, where are we going? This is the Einhrar. The Naldian arrow. Still following. Hello, welcome to the chat. You survived the purgatory. Hope you're doing well, Julia. I am doing good, thank you for asking. The Naldian Narrow, blessed with mild currents and warm waters. The Narrow allows for swift travel to the Dominion, Oriflamme, and Stone here without having to circle through the dangerous outer seas.
There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Ooh.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours.
We're coming up on it.
Look alive, boys! Pull ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that?
My day is going well. Happy to be playing the game.
Let's see what this girl can do.
Let's ship battle. Do we do any type of ship battling? Because that would be so awesome. I don't remember how this goes.
So does the other follow. A bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating.
My stream going until now has been fabulous. I really like this part of the game.
But then, there is naught my blade.
I was kind of sleepy, but I feel awake now that I've gotten to this part. Oh. She's a natural. How's the game? I was suggested by a friend of mine to try this. It is really good. I first played this game when it came out last summer. So this is my second time playing it, but first time streaming it. And it's really fun. It's really fun. I think it's a great game. If you haven't played any Final Fantasy games, it's a great game to start with, just because it has a fabulous story. Yeah. Really great story, fun gameplay. So yeah, I suggest as well. Okay, we're on enemy ship. Through the Maelstrom.
Where did you hide, Barnabas?
I would have really appreciated, I don't know, Jill being able to get out and playing as Jill, but I ask for too much. I'm like forgetting all of my abilities. I've been changing them up so much. Oops. Wait. Oh, hello. Ooh. I just did it slowly.
Proper fight at last. We're all going to die. Lost on the butcher's bill.
Not his men all scared.
I need to hurry.
What do you know? He won't talk. That's going well.
No! There he is! He wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
That's the shotgun! This
Where's Charlie?
they on the other side completely? Okay, you know what? You're gonna have to wait. Ooh. Oh, oh. Okay, there's more. Ooh, level up.
She must be here somewhere.
Here, I think. Julia, I am not interested in artwork. I do part-time streaming, so I just kind of do everything on my own, which I am satisfied with. So, respectfully, no. Also, I can read your chats. I'm just playing a video game, so trying to focus on that.
I can't feel my leg. What the hell are you?
I wish I could talk to them. Ooh, hello.
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Oh.
Clive, how did you?
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Alive.
Stand still!
you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
I create my own graphics on Canva, like the little box I'm in, and this works for me. So again, respectfully, no.
In earnest, then.
That is insane. Like, we should be dead. Joshua should be dead. Why didn't he kill Joshua? Clearly he needs to be used for something too. Or else he would be dead. You need to rest. That's so cool.
But to where?
What did you do to Joshua? The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black, and all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Ethos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it.
Oh.
As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve. Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
as far
Oh
away as you
boy.
can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Oh. Hold on. Pause for a second. Okay, I need to reset my chat for a moment. Okay.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking.
Lacking? Whoa.
All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods.
Why did I think he said goats? His accent. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
If reason cannot sway you,
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
persuasion
Just gonna throw everything at it, everything at it.
defend yourself.
Uh-oh. This is not going well.
You will assume the mantle you've been given.
This isn't good.
Thus is the light of hope severed.
Ah! Wait. I couldn't.
You would yield so soon. Never.
Can we like prime or something? Oh dear. We can't. This can't.
Not see. Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos.
There was no way to take that out in time.
What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You
I don't
would
think it's
be
our
nothing
time.
without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Oh.
Which is...
Now we know.
To feed.
To what now?
As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone a Catholic?
Oh, right.
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know
That makes zero
salvation.
sense.
Salvation. And abandon everything we hold dear.
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
It's time to get out of there.
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Neither is
Probably
he.
not, but I can try. Don't look back.
Oof. Clive bested. Oh my god. How disrespectful. Anyway. It's time for the scene.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have
They're
seen
naked!
where it led.
I just shouted that in my apartment.
Wait till dawn.
No one was walking by, hopefully, but they're naked.
This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master.
They're obviously soaking wet because of the water, but
Only
the
you won't do
intimacy
that.
is there.
The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me?
Of course she does.
Barnabas said was true then. I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved.
True.
It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill.
We had to kill,
What if that's my purpose?
or else we would have died.
What if it's all I'm good for?
And other people would have died.
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed.
I feel like
to
I shouldn't be in
realize
the room.
One thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
I feel like I shouldn't be in the room.
Myself.
I'm giving them their privacy.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then
Don't worry, Clive. It is.
This was honestly a very well thought out scene though, because it's like, it's not raunchy. It's actually very
This
sweet.
burden. I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
but I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me.
Okay, I'm back. I've never actually used this one that much. I forget if he takes all of the icon essence out of her or just some of it. I think he takes... I forget. She still needs it to fight, does she not? Or maybe she just chooses to fight with her own strength. I forget.
If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
Look at the detail on the leg.
To escape this fate. Find a way to save each other.
Aw.
That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
Well, that's sweet.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
Oh my god. Okay, y'all do your thing. Leave us out of it. This damn moon. You'll see why I say that later. The moon has significance. At the beginning, the middle, and the end of the game. Well, this is technically not the middle of the game, but you know. How do those clothes even dry? They're like metal and leather. Yay, they're all cozy. Oracle was just there the whole time.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Drake's spine. The last mother crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
I don't want to ruin the moment, but I feel like their breath
Then
does not
let's
smell
go
good.
home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Okay. Oh, is that where we are? Sheesh. Back to the hideaway.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale.
That's true.
And then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so.
Across the narrow. Parvice. Okay, so we only have a portion of Shiva's essence. Good to know. Good to know. Attuning with Shiva not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Ice Age, which forcefully knocks back enemies great distances. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Shiva's feet. Shiva's iconic feat, Cold Snap, can be used to swiftly move left, right, forward, or back to either dodge attacks or close in on an enemy.
We should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Oh, and we have hella side quests again, but I'm not doing them. We will, however, visit Holmes, because I forgot to visit Holmes last time. So we'll get a lore check.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can
Quick lore check. Quick lore check. Jote. Who come back? We are back. Are we not? Joshua's back. I'm confused.
I was wondering when next you'd visit.
Me too.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this, I believe you will
Living
find most
library. Okay, we have the Southwestern Alliance. An Entente formed between Dalmekia and the Duchy of Rosaria in the year 850 with the aim of preventing the free cities of Canva from claiming independence from the Republic. While the alliance eventually became a three-way affair with Sembrecht joined, bonds between the Dalmecs and the Rosarians remained particularly strong, with Rosaria sharing the secrets of vital techniques such as irrigation and the free flow of various diplomats between the two nations. Okay. Dismekis, a mother crystal that is believed to have stood in an area in the northeastern part of Dalmekia. Legends tell that it was destroyed in a battle between men and gods, a battle so ferocious that it left behind the great crater that can be seen today. Bank of the Gilbard, the great lender, who Gil was named after. A folk religion popular in the free cities of Canver, Gilbard the Golden was a legendary trader who not only introduced the concept of fiat currency to Valisthea, but founded Canver's very first merchants guild. When that same guild was later entrusted with administering Valisthea's common currency, they chose the name Gil in honor of their revered founding father. The faith is organized largely along the lines of a commercial organization, and prayers tend to be aimed at bringing prosperity and success in business. There's a whole religion surrounding it. Oh my goodness. The Triunity of 859. A tripartite alliance formed in the year 859 between Rosaria, Dalmekia, and Sandbrek. Its purpose was to oppose the independence of the free cities of Canva due to fears that this might inspire similar independence movements elsewhere in the realm. The alliance was disbanded in 860 in light of the attack on Phoenix Gate and the dispute over Sandbrequois culpability in the affair. Magitech. We hear that a lot across many Final Fantasies. A term that appears in early histories of the fallen civilization and describes their highly advanced magical technology, of which the airship is the best known example. They also produce weapons, all but indistinguishable from living beings, yet whose destructive power rivaled that of the gods of legend. The early chroniclers labeled these beasts the Iconoclastes? Oh my goodness. And it is from this term that the icons of the present day take their moniker. Oh. So the fallen created I'm confused. What is this magic? I need to see an example.
What
And how they
subject shall we consider today?
rival certain things. The Enterprise, that's our new ship. The Shadow Coast, that's where we were. The forbidding cliffs that line the Null Narrow on the ash side of the channel, the viable ascents exist, their numbers are few, and the paths narrow and perilous. That said, they have more than once been used as a staging ground for covert incursions into the kingdom. Now, the land above having been all but consumed by the blight, it is only the boldest of adventurers who dare set foot here. Jill, Clive's lover, and she entrusted her icon to Clive. Oh, snooze, please. And then Odin, the Warden of Darkness, who rides into battle atop his spectral steed, and whose black blade is said to be sharp enough to split the very seas in twain. His latest dominant, King Barnabas of Waloed. Mythos, I haven't been saying it right. Mythos. Sometimes I say it right, sometimes I don't. Ultima's name for the vessel of limitless power that he has long awaited. He identifies Clive as this Mythos by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of Ifrit and having the power to absorb the aether of other icons. Ultima manipulates his servants into pitting Clive against the other dominants that he might drink of their strength and bring Mythos closer to perfection. So now we know what that is. The bonds of consciousness, the fellow feeling that binds a person with those they love and who love them. So long as these bonds remain strong, so does a human's grip upon their will. Ultima Cat's primogenesis in order to sever these bonds of consciousness, that humanity might lose their wills and turn Akashic, and that his vessel might be perfected. So, the goal is to turn everyone Akashic so that they don't have humanity anymore, but also at the same time so that Clive can fight them and get stronger. I think. Okay. And we met new people, so this is almost full. Lay of the land is just, places we have visited. Mysteries of the Realm kind of just describes things and stuffs. Nothing that important, I think, that we need to delve into. And then all the beasts, of course. Boom. Oh, now we know who that Sleipnir guy is. Where's he at? Sleipnir harbored. The magical creation of Barnabas. I think he's the horse. I think he turns into Odin's horse. Because whenever... Actually, never mind. I was going to say whenever Barnabas primed, he didn't have his horse with him. But I don't entirely remember.
Always welcome, Clive.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I
I kind of want to see people's inner thoughts now. Now that there have been some new developments.
Come back.
do you split the sea?
Right. Over here. Oh, Vivian.
What will it be today? How may I help you today?
We will not kneel. Wait, Eggy? EGI? What is that? What is an EGI? I'm confusion. The ocean is scary. Oh my god. That's Torkel's inner thoughts. The ocean is scary. She said, I'll stir this thing right up His Majesty's hole. Okay. Unconscious. Oh, right, that's true. Oh, Terrence is still alive. But where? Where is he? We do not know. Anyway, those are the only people I care about. Time to save.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Ooh, Shiva channeled. I never really use a lot of Shiva's abilities. I don't know why. They're just not my favorite of the bunch. So for now, I'm gonna be cool on it. Get it cool, cold, Shiva. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it alone for now, and start a new save file. Oh, how did that one become 12? That's so confusing. Anyway, that's the game. This is the longest I think I've streamed. What did I do? I don't know. I don't want to press anything on accident. I think this is the longest I've streamed this game so far. I got my energy up towards the end because that whole sequence is very high energy. Going up against Barnabas, the scene on the beach, all of that. I just wanted to get through all of it. And that's part 15 for it. That's part 15. So we'll be back on Friday with part 16, part XVI 16 of Final Fantasy 16. Should be very fun. I feel like I need to say that the coming into my chat and trying to sell artwork thing, it happens like quite often. I think it happens to a lot of small streamers in their chats. And I'm happy to answer and say no thank you. But like no needs to be taken for an answer. And I feel like that is not what happens. I understand it might be people, trying to make a living doing that, but it really feels telemarketer-ish. And like, I don't come here for that. This is my hobby. I like making my own stuff. I made this box. I made this chat box myself. That was fun for me. I enjoyed it. So if I say respectfully no, it's because I do not want the outside services. Okay, this is This is all me, and I enjoy all of it. Okay? Also, I cannot afford to pay anyone right now, okay? For anything. Unless you're trying to do something for free. I cannot pay anyone for any services, okay? Why do you think I stream all the time? I'm trying to stay inside and avoid spending money, okay? My alarm keeps ringing. So it is time for me to turn in, almost. Gonna have a snack and then get ready for bed. Because my main job is being a news reporter. And then this is my hobby. So let me enjoy my hobby. I may need to do a command just like to respond to those kind of inquiries because I'm tired. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Regardless for the possible ulterior motive, thank you, Julia, to you for following. I hope you come back and enjoy more streams as a spectator. Again, be back on Friday evening. Normal evening stream this time, not 8 o'clock. We'll be doing 6 o'clock. And we will be, I don't know what's next, actually. I kind of forget what happens after this. Yeah, I don't remember. But we're close to the end. We're close. So that's it. Thank you all for supporting the stream, and I will see you next time.